Hey guys, Donna with Cypress Designs. How are you doing? So, you know these candles, I've had them for quite some time. Well, I found a whole bunch more at Dollar Tree. And I've yet to be able to play with them and do something and create with them. So I decided tonight would be a good time. Now other crafters have done their thing. We're all going to kind of do things a little differently. So I want to show you using this, the different techniques you can use if you don't want to paint. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take this one and we're going to make it a vintage, a simple, pretty vintage. Hey Lori, this one's going to be a simple vintage looking, basically painted with a little bit of gold on it. Hey Cindy, hey Linda, how are you? Let me grab my stuff out of here. So this one's going to be just very vintage, okay? So we're going to go to patriotic, vintage, and primitive. Hey Brenda, how are you? So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take my blue napkins. Remember I use these a lot? I still can't find them in my room. They're here. Hi Christina. How are you doing, Lori? I still cannot find my napkins. Hey Linda. They're here somewhere, but I have not found my blue napkins. So the first thing we're going to grab the wrong one down again. Let's not grab the wrong stuff. Let me grab a different one. So we're going to put Mod Podge on. Hey Tracy. Hey Cindy. Hey Kelly. Thank you guys for sprinkling. Cindy, I loved your little planter bag thing. That was pretty. I love all that stuff. And then I kind of got inspired when I was working on this. Hey Sheila. Hey Dorothy. Your package is going out, Dorothy. It was so nice to get all those breads out of my house. Now desserts. Not next week, the following week, I should be having another auction. And this is just going to be all specifically desserts because once I can get the food out of the way, then I can bring out all the decor. I have Valentine's Day and I have, Easter. Thank you guys for sharing me out. Hey Nancy, how are you? So we're going to take our napkin. Remember this blue napkin? Now I'm trying to show you simple things you can do with this. Now it doesn't take a lot to do this, so we're going to cut it. I just got to make sure I find a decent, just take a piece of it because otherwise it's a lot to work with. Okay. Oh, did I grab the wrong one? Yes, I wasn't paying attention. I needed to go all the way around. Here, let's do this. We're going to start at the bottom. I'm going to try to line it up really nice. And this one's super easy. This is what I'm saying, because you can do more with these instead of just painting. If you don't want to paint, perfect. You don't have to paint. You can just easily decoupage on these candles. Now, they had a whole box of these left at the Dollar Tree by us. So I'm seriously thinking about going back and taking the rest of them. And then if people need them, they can just get them from me and just pay shipping. Hey, Caffany, how are you? Hey, Shireen, how are you? So we just want a little bit. We don't want a lot. I'm going to try to get rid of some of this excess. We don't need all the excess. We just want a little. Let's try to get rid of anything that's more than what we need. There's a brush. Now you just want a little bit on the outer edge on the top here, just to get rid of all this excess. You don't need all that. Get rid of any excess if you can. And then just try to tack all this stuff back into here. I have to keep remembering not to use the other stuff. Now, like I said, because some people aren't into primitive, some people aren't into patriotic. And this way, you get a little bit of everything, guys. Trying to get this all the way down. Now, you don't have to be perfect on this. So now if hi Diva, DIY Diva. How are you? What's your name? Oh, damp and rainy? Oh God, Shreen, we're with you. I'm so over it right now. It isn't funny. We weren't supposed to have rain until Wednesday, and we got tons of it today. And now we got it more tonight, and then we got it tomorrow. Hey, Jackie, we have way too much rain. And it's been cold, guys. Down in the 50s, well, for us, down in the 50s is cold. How you doing, Lori? So it's been cold. I mean, it got down into 52, and it's like, that ain't Texas weather. We're boiling by now, and it hasn't been hot at all. I mean, we did have a few spells of it, but that was about it. And then now, this weather, I don't know. I'm really kind of over all that. And I don't want my poor plants getting waterlogged out there. They're growing. Thank you, Kevin. I want to dry this, and then we're gonna paint the base. Hey, Judy. Oh, you got a lot of rain, Judy? Where are you at? Hey, Natalie. Hey, Tanya. We've had our fair share of rain. One day we had almost 4 inches of rain, you guys. It was absolutely crazy. Okay. So now we're doing something pretty, something simple and easy, not a lot of work, and you don't have to work so hard at making something pretty. Cool to you also? Thank you, Sheila. I'm just over it. Okay, so this one we are going to paint the base with truffle, and we're going to do, we're going to highlight it with gold. Because remember, this is going to be a pretty one. I have too many brushes out here. So we're taking truffle. We're going to paint this with truffle. We'll dry it. You know me, I don't dilly-dally. We want to get this baby done. And tomorrow I still got to post, and I haven't had a chance to post, but I'm on Craft Around the Clock tomorrow morning at 9:15. The next week I'm on it at like 8:15 in the morning. Ooh, doggy, it's gonna be too early in the morning for this girl. So we're gonna just try to get the best we can. Remember, it's still considered vintage. No, I don't have the eyes y'all you young ones have. Now that I'm old, officially old. Okay. Make sure I don't touch anything. I want summer too, I know. But then when I saw all the stuff that Hobby Lobby's coming out with their fall decor, I was like, oh, I'm so ready for fall. Even though I'm not quite ready, but I am ready. So we've got the base truffle, right? Let's go ahead and dry this. Try not to touch stuff. It's very easy to touch stuff and leave mess. Hey, Patty. Hey, Carol. How are you? Hey, Dawn. So I wanted to show you. I kind of got inspired by you, Cindy. You were working on your patriotic, and I was working on these. And I was just going to do the simple painting and dripping. Well, then I remember I have all this cloth that I have that I've got patriotic cloth. So we're going to do some stuff with patriotic cloth. These are Walmart. These are Dollar Tree. $1.25, guys. $1.25. I'm seriously thinking about going up there and taking a whole entire case. Because I just started to think of all the cool ideas for Halloween. Yes, I'm ready. So we're going to get this. We're not going to worry about 2 coats of this. We're not going to worry about 2 coats. There's no need to. Because we're going to put some gold on here. I'm touching it again. Always touch stuff, and I swear my hands are dry. And then I have a cute scale I bought from Sam from Graham's Rustic Farmhouse, and I've got to work on that one yet too. Let me just get this nice and dry, and then we're gonna put, like I said, this one's different. This one is going to be a little different. We're going to put a little gold on here. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to go back to using my hand, but I'm going to use it with a glove. It's not the same with a glove, but just don't like getting the stuff on my fingers. These cheap Dollar Tree stuff. Hey, Sherry, how are you? Hey, Renee. So now we're going to we're just going to go. You gotta close things up. Honey's in the kitchen making noise. So we're just going to basically spruce it up a little bit. Add our gold. Like I said, you're going to have, when we're done tonight, you're going to have so many options, so many different things you can do without spending lots of money. Now, not every Dollar Tree still has these, but for some strange reason, I found the box. So I may, like I said, I may just go back and get it, okay? So make sure I got it inside. So now, this is more of a dainty one. Hey, Sherry. Hey, Brenda. So this is more the dainty kinds. Instead of it being dirty and grungy, now this is going to be the dainty kind, okay? So that's one we're going to do. Okay, I got to close this. I got to clean this up. That's just one. We're not done. I do want to put drips on it, but I'm just kind of scared. So I'm going to wait on this one. So this is just a simple one. So if you have a room that has blue and white, this is an easy way to dress up the room with candles. Now, I don't have batteries. I can pull a battery out of one of my old. Now, see, here's one I did that's very primitive, very primitive. Very nasty, dirty, clean, dirty. It's built up. It almost looks like it's been in an attic for a long time, and it's gotten all the dirt and everything. Hey, Cynthia. So this one is one of mine that are real primitive. I'm going to take these out just so you can kind of see what this looks like. I thought I had enough batteries, and of course not. I got to go buy some tomorrow. So I just want to show you how simple and easy these things are. This thing's kind of cattywampus. You know, you're not paying $1 million for this, so let's see if it'll turn on. It may not, I don't know. Yes. So this is a simple one. A very simple, you don't have to do, hey Mary, you don't have to do anything to the top. Thanks, Dorothy. You don't have to do anything to the top unless you want to paint it, but you don't really have to. Yes, blue is gorgeous. Now, with something like this, I could take a ribbon, a band around here, like a velvet band or a green band or something I could put around this. But for right now, just kind of showing you what you can do. Next thing we're going to do, let me get my paper. I want to show you a patriotic one. So let's move my trash out of the way. I have more brushes and I know what to do with it. So the next one's going to be patriotic. Hey, Janet. Hey, sweet angel Crafts. How are you? What's your first name? And welcome. So we're going to take my fabric that I print off and I cut it up. It was a whole full flag. I have this flag or these stars. And then I have this one that I cut up. So these are great for little projects, okay? But with this one, I think I got it perfect. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to glue this one. So since this is the front, we're going to just glue on the edges. Okay. Line it up the best you can. We can trim. And I keep flipping it. Now, mind you, I just came up with this. I keep forgetting I got all this beautiful fabric I printed. It's a lot of work because if you don't think about it on here, how much, did I shorten that one? No, it'll be fine. It's a lot of work cutting this stuff, getting it in the printer, and all that. So let's give it a second. Thank you guys, I appreciate it. Let's just keep going. So for those of you who really don't want to paint, this is actually perfect. Try to line them up the best I can. Okay. How cool is that? It looks like you painted it. So we're going to go ahead and glue these. Try to get it in there really well. And this way, I can't see what I'm doing. It's not messy. I didn't need that fingernail anyway. Hey, Lena, Cynthia, how are you? So what do you guys think? So that's just the top, okay? Now, we have to paint the base. Now, the base is going to be grunge, guys. Grunge, 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 grunge. So I have my mixture of coffee. So when you're making your grunge, do it your way. Make it as thick as you want it or as heavy as you want it. You can start off with the cup of water, quarter cup of instant coffee, vanilla, cinnamon, whatever you want to put in it. But sometimes you just need the very littlest amount to do what you got to do. So I put a little bit of grunge, and I poured even more of my instant coffee, which I get from Walmart. Great value, perfect for that. Thank you guys. Hi, Diane. So we're going to take this, and we are going to cover it, and then we're going to put coffee on here, coffee, instant coffee on this. Just get a good coat. You want enough so that when the cinnamon and the coffee, everything will just kind of blend in. But you want it where it's fairly dark. Otherwise, it's no fun. You gotta have fun stuff. Okay, so I'm gonna melt, here it is. I'm going to put my coffee in here. Now you really need to kind of break it down a little bit. So take your lid and kind of crunch it down. Now you don't have to if you don't want to, but I'm going to do it. So now let's take our coffee and just start putting, it's kind of like when I do my cinnamon, you do the same thing. And what's going to happen, this is going to melt. And when it melts, it's going to turn into that really deep and grungy, which I really like. Hey Sherry, except it takes a while to dry and I keep touching it, and then now it's going to be even messier. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my brush again, try not to touch it, and tap on all this coffee, because it's going to literally melt into the base, into the coffee, and it's going to make it all melty. Going to keep going, and then you can see what you miss. Just keep going. You can add more, add less. Don't go too crazy, because otherwise you're just going to drip everywhere. Now you don't have to go super nasty. Shouldn't say that word. Shouldn't have to go super nasty. Hey Glenn. Hey Renee. It just looks that dirty. And my terminology is probably not one of the best terminologies you can use, you know. Get some more in here. I go through a lot of coffee. I mean, no wonder why it's hot in here. Having a hot flash again. So we're going to squeeze it down a little bit. You want it kind of gritty, but not major gritty. Otherwise, it's too much. Okay, so add some more. Some more on. This stuff will literally melt, guys. Literally will melt. Super nasty. Go harder, go. You know me, I'm special. I'm special. And then when you're done doing all this, you're going to smell like coffee for quite a while. Because isn't the grunge cool? But if you can make it thick enough, guys, it's the best. And I'll show it to you how it melts. I just want it nice and thick on here though. I don't want it to be super thin. I want it to be nice and thick. Because this is truly you can see it starting to melt on here. But I like to take and go over all this again. I like the fact that it looks like old metal when you're done. And it's very, I don't know, it just looks really cool. So just put enough on because this is all going to melt. Now you don't have to, you can wait until it gets really melty, or just go ahead and do this and then set it to the side and let it dry. So it takes a little bit, but it's kind of got a unique texture. So if you're not into really dirty looking stuff, you can go vintage, you can use fabric, you can use just about anything on here. Okay. Just want to make sure all my, so see how dirty it looks. How nice and dirty it looks. Hey, Carolyn. So I'm going to clean the bottom and I'm going to set this to the side. And my hands are sticking together. So here's the side that's clean. See how cool that is? Now you can put ribbon on it and everything, but right now we got to let this stuff dry. Okay, so now the next one I was going to show you. Hang on, I'm a mess. I'm going to paint one. Woo, doggy, I'm getting a hot flash in here. You start smelling. Hey, Gil, how are you? You like it nasty? It's just that there's just I can't say enough about primitive because primitive just looks dirty. Okay, so the next thing we're gonna do, we're gonna paint this one. These need to dry over here, so we're just not gonna worry about them for a while. Okay, and these come with batteries, and these are timers, guys. So if I could go get a whole box of these and you're interested, they're $1.25, you would have to just pay shipping. Okay, so let me get, I don't know what was in there. So let's go ahead and paint. I'm not doing this part, I'm just gonna do the base. It's all about the base, about the base, about the base. Just, you can do so many things with this. I like to do the candle part first because that's the easiest part. And then you have something to hold on to. Even though I can't even see what I'm doing here. Literally, gonna need a seeing eye dog soon. There's so many. Cindy, you're the one who gave me the idea of the fabric because you started using yours, and I was sitting here playing while I was watching you, and then I'm like, oh my God, I can use my fabric. I have my patriotic fabric. How cool. Okay, so we're gonna dry this. Hi, Still. These are from Dollar Tree. Now, I can't remember. I think it was in Valentine's Day we got the original grouping, and then I couldn't find them after that. And I happened to go into one, and you have to look because there was a box sitting on the side, and they were standing. Oh, Private Summers. Good idea. But yeah, so I went in there and I grabbed 6 of them. And I don't know how many come in a box, and I'm serious because see, if you buy them, some are gold and some are this. And I like these better. Okay, if you're interested, let me know. I'll go down there. I can't guarantee anything, but hey. Yeah, and you can make, Patty, you can do whatever you want to do with these. Some look good with the big drips, some good look with the little ones. It's kind of your preference on how you want to do it, but I really like them. These are so easy. Guys, I can picture doing this with like Edgar Allan Poe picture or something. And, you know, having it kind of creepy. So now you got nasty and creepy together. They're probably sisters. Nasty and creepy are sisters together. So let's go ahead and add a little bit more. I was trying to do less painting because I really am not a fan of painting. I'm just not really a fan of painting. Because I'm a very messy painter, as you all know. I have probably more on me than I have on the object I am painting. Yeah, I couldn't believe the rain today. I was sitting there typing a text, and all of a sudden, a thunder hit really loud. I mean, it scared the dickens out of me. And my phone just kind of shoveled around in my hands. That freaked me out so bad. So this is cashew we're using. I think cashew's a really good color. You can use white if you want, but cashews kind of reminds me of the dingy look. But make sure you dry it really well. So we will be putting drips on this one. But doing the fabric is so cool. I really like it. So that's going to work out well for my vignettes I have. So I think I hate it. It takes so long to dry. I'm going to turn it up, guys. Now sometimes you get little lines in here from the paint. Don't worry about it. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to make our drips. So let's go ahead. I like to make sure that the glue is all the way around the top, and then I allow the drips. I'm talking to Donna who can't see what she's doing, so here we go. So we're going to take and just kind of let the drips. You go with whatever size you want. How much you want, how little you want. I just think it looks really good with it around the edges. With some of the longer drips, thicker drips, you kind of do your own thing. I'm not a perfect dripper. You all may be better drippers than me. Yeah. But yeah, I like the dripping on the top. It just seems to look better. So my thought for Halloween is, oh my God, I'm gonna have so much fun for Halloween on these things. So I think I'm gonna get as much as I can. And then what I did do is I went back all the way around, just making sure this part was covered. Now you're gonna have to let anything that drips dry, because otherwise you're gonna have a mess. So now you have your drips. Make them as big as you want, thick as you, whatever you want to do, you do. Now we gotta let it dry a little bit, okay? I hope I missed a spot up here. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna let that dry. So now let's do the base. This one we're gonna grunge it up too. Actually, you know what? Maybe this one we will do the cinnamon. Yes, let's do that. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna just do the chocolate or truffle on the base. Then we're gonna just add cinnamon, cloves to this one. Like I said, this don't take very long to make. And always, as I say, do you. Not everybody likes things a specific way like you do it. So just go and have fun. I would like it if I could actually see up close, but I can't. Okay, you only need one coat on this, guys. One coat. There's a string or something there. So now let's take our cinnamon and attach it to this. Oh, that's a cool idea. Next time I'll do that. I'm gonna get some more of this stuff. We all figure these things out somewhere along the way. We're gonna do cinnamon and cloves. And I save all this stuff, guys. The cinnamon and cloves together really is nice. So you have that nice rusty look without it being nasty. Nasty, nasty. Is that on here? Oh, that's glue on there. Okay. So I'm gonna have to touch up that a little bit. I think that turned out. See how simple that is, guys? Now I'm gonna go ahead. This should be pretty much dry. We're gonna go ahead and use the white again. If I can find it without it being stuck in all these little containers. I'm gonna go ahead and do want to do one more coat of white. And I take these all the way up to the drips. This will give it a nice fresh coat. Like I said, you do you. This is just something I came up with today because I was like, passing out all day long. I was so tired from Sunday. I took my granddaughter shopping and we spent 4 hours, and this girl was tired. Definitely can't keep up to the young ones when it comes to shopping. She can shop up. I'm not a big shopper. So we're just gonna take the all around the glue. Like I said, everybody will find their path and how they want to do this. Just wish I could see better. Okay, so we're gonna keep going. We'll add to it to make it dingier. Hey, Stephanie. Hey. Shh. Petals and Pickets. Cheryl, right? Because I get you confused with grunge. Oh gosh, I can't remember. Beth. Get you all confused. Now, some of you are better at painting. Hey, Lynn. Hey, Karen. Some of you guys are much better painters than I am. I can only do as well as my hands let me. And now I can go and pick all this little hairs off of here from the glue, but I won't do that until it's 100% dry, and then I can remove it. There's gonna still be little pieces there and here and there, but that's okay. Let's dry this, and then we'll add a little aging to it. But yeah, these are fun, guys. I kind of wish they were a little bit taller, but these are great for in your vignettes or on your shelves and stuff. It's really kind of cool. And I can remember what I used in the center. I think I used my coffee grunge. I can't remember. These are it's just to show you. Of course, it's different when you do things live or you do things in person. Definitely not perfect on this. To get a little whatchamacallit here. Okay, that's good enough for now. I ain't gonna worry about it. So now you can see my little drippers. So it can be anything you want. Hey, Karen. So the next thing I'm gonna do is, I think I used coffee grunge in there. So I'm gonna take in the center, I'm gonna take my heavy duty coffee grunge that I made, the thicker stuff. And I don't think I gotta have a thinner brush. I need a tiny brush, something flatter. I need something soft. Let me take this tiny, tiny, tiny brush. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this, still a little wet. I'm gonna kind of go into these little areas. I can see what I'm doing. Not very good at seeing what I'm doing, guys, so. Now you don't have to do this. This just gives you that little darkness underneath the candles. Try not to get too much because I don't want drips. If you can get enough of the dark. Okay. Next. If I did it right, I went in there and dabbed that up a little bit. And it kind of gives you the look of a candle with the little bit of what do you call it? Where you can see the, God, guys, help me. Hi, Tanya. Oh, really? You can do that online too. Depth. It gives you a little bit more depth into the candle. Because you don't want a lot on there. You just want a little bit on there. So we are going to put just a tiny bit at the top. Just a tiny bit at the top. Like I said, everybody does different stuff. But you just want it to kind of give it a look of depth and stuff. How does that one look, guys? Does that look pretty good? Hey, Karen. Hey, Tessie, how are you? Okay, so this is a number, how many did I do? 3. So we did the patriotic, we did the regular kind of vintage one, and then we did just a regular vintage one, which is done with tissue paper. Okay, so this one I want to do glue. I'm gonna try this, and I'm gonna do the glue. How did you say to do that, Mary? Hi, Lanita. So I think she said she did it where she tipped it and did it upside down, is right? I guess it doesn't matter, Donna. I just can't see what I'm doing though, because it's so doggone dark. Oop, of course, I got a leaker. I got a leaker here, guys. I'll stick with me. Got a leaker. You know how those leakers are. They just get on everything. So we're going to put this one off to the side. I'm going to let it dry. I'm going to try to add a little bit more to this. I do like my glue a little bit thicker. Okay, so I'm going to put this one off to the side. You can see where it is, but we'll do it. I'll let it dry really good. Oh, thank you, Stephanie. Hey, Teresa. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. Okay. So the next one is this one. I have glue everywhere. I'm going to do the same thing. Like I said, I like my glue thick. And I'll go back and paint these once they dry really well. Can't take me anywhere, guys. You know what I mean? Keep going through so much glue. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Cindy. Just need to make sure I've got it in all the right spots. Now, you put as much glue on here as you want. It's hard for me to see it, but I think it'll be fine. It's going to take some time. I'm going to let this dry real quickly. Then I'll have to really go in there. Hey, Dawn, I'll have to really go in there and gently paint these. And I just put that on top of my extra fabric, Donna. Okay, so the next thing I want to do is I'm going to do purely primitive on this one. We're going to grunge the heck out of this one. So with this one, we're going to go ahead and paint it the same color. We're going to paint it with the, what is it? Cashew. I'm going to cashew this baby. Cashew, I think, is really a good color. Now, we're not going to as grungy. The other one I did was really grungy. I mean, I like grungy, but not super, super, super grungy. And this one will be grungy, but it won't be heavy. The base will be heavy, but not the top. Try not to use too much stuff. Get rid of this excess. Hi, Brendas. There's lots of Brendas. Brenda. Now you could put baking soda on this, baking soda on this if you really wanted to, but I'm not going to do that on this one. But so like I said, when I show it to you, you'll see all the different ones. And hi Lisa, hey Callie, how are you? I really like, if you're new to my page, guys, please make sure to let me know, and so we can welcome you. And if you see follow behind anybody's name and you're not following, go ahead and follow them. We're here to help each other grow. I'm going to turn it up, guys. I'm doing good. I need to get a new dryer. I definitely can't keep up to my granddaughter anymore. Hey, Sue, how are you? The glue again. This is a little wet. Want to make sure they're dry. It just kind of gives it a velveteen feel. Like this one has got baking soda on it. Now this one I didn't do on in front of you guys. I just did it on the side. I was playing with these. So I made this one look like it's a little bit more vintage. They look good when they look old. So now let's go ahead and do this again. Like I said, you do you. You want big drips, go for it. Want little drips, go for it. I'm lucky if I can see what I'm doing. You can add them thick, thin, whatever you would like to do. Like I said, some of this though I'm going to have to let sit because I have a lot of glue strings. And they get in the way of just about everything you do. You can catch them. So we're going to let that sit for a second. So now you have your glue. Hey Jamie, how are you? So you have that. Okay, so let's go let that sit for now. We're going to go ahead and grunge this baby up. This one we're going to go ahead and do the same thing. We're going to just take the Mod Podge with the coffee. It's regular Mod Podge, not Mod Podge, what am I thinking? It's coffee grunge. So it's like a cup of water to a quarter cup of powder, instant coffee, cinnamon sugar, or not sugar, cinnamon, cloves, pumpkin spice, whatever you want to put in it, you can. Hi, Crafty Basket. I forgot your first name, girl. Hey, Deborah. So we're going to go ahead and start doing this one. God, I'm getting bad in my old age here. Send me to the nursing home soon. Don't tell that to my kids. No, I'm just kidding. Now, you don't have to make these super, super grungy, just so you know. It's going to be whatever you want them to be. But I do love the bases to be nasty, grungy, thick. They almost look like they're chipping. I think that's the best part of it. They look like they're really chipping. I just like to put a lot on there. So let's get our coffee grounds, move that out of the way. Okay, take your grounds and put them back in the container. If everything's not sticking. You want to keep reusing those and then just keep adding more coffee grunge to it. How's everybody today? I need a heavier one than this one. This is too light, too light. So keep going until it all gets blended in real well. You don't want any of the dry stuff. You want it just to look dirty and rusty. Now this one I won't go as crazy as the other one I did, because some look good when they're not super nasty. Probably should not use that word, super nasty. I'm sorry, that's the terminology this woman has lately. I don't know. Just keep going until you got it, all the dry stuff covered. And I gotta do some more at the top here. All this is gonna do is melt in It's just gonna melt in. So now it's gonna look like it's really old and messy. So I gotta put a little bit more back up on the top. And then go ahead and put some more here. You know, like I say, you do you. If you like it without all the stuff and you want to make a dainty one, then definitely do that. And don't throw any of the stuff out. Just throw it back into your coffee grunge. And then you at least have it for your next one. And I like my coffee grunge being thick. So I put a lot of coffee in it because I want it to look really nice and dark. Do this on the bottom just to make it look old. Doesn't have to be perfect. I got coffee in my hair, didn't I? Come on, don't need that in my hair. Now, did I get it all? Oh, I didn't do the edges here. This is the last one we're gonna do. I just wanted to make sure I show you the different techniques so you have them. Tap it in so you don't have any of the dry stuff. Now they don't have to be perfect because it's primitive, so they don't have to be perfect. It does look really nice when it's all chunky like this. Just this little bit here, and I think that's good. Like I said, I like to make it nice and heavy, especially if I'm doing this kind of stuff. Now you don't have to do the whole entire thing. If you want to, you can just do some parts of it if you want it just to be lightly grunged up, okay? Hey Doreen. I hope you can get those in my store. You sell them in your store, Doreen? Okay, so now the next thing we gotta do is paint this again with a little bit of this. Top. Go inside here. We're just not going to go overly crazy with the, what do you call it? Just want to make sure I have a nice coating of paint. It just makes it look so much nicer. Try to get into the corners just so you've got it done. Okay, now let's dry this. There's some areas where there's glue. We'll take care of that later. And then I'll show you all of them. I'm going to go ahead and fit it up high. This takes a while when you do the grunge. Hi, Shyla. And like I said, these, when you do the heavy grunge, just let them sit. Hey, Kathy, how are you? Just let them sit. Now, there's some areas where the paint may be a little wet. I'm gonna have to pop them strings off. Let me try that again. But so you can do anything. You can do this for Halloween, Christmas. You can do this anytime. Which one did I do? Okay, I did that one. Now this one I was gonna take a little bit of grunge down the whole entire thing. So let's see if I can do this without terrorizing the neighborhood. So I'm gonna take just coffee, my coffee grunge, and I just want to do a light coat. I don't want it to be super, super heavy. I want it to be just a light coat. To get that coffee in there. Just want a little bit of darkness. And we gotta dry it. And we'll add a little bit more to it. They just look good when they look old and dirty. Because I'm going to use most of these for Halloween, because they're nice and dirty and grungy. Take a little bit of the deeper, darker stuff. We're going to go a little bit deeper and darker on this. Try to make sure you don't get too much moisture on it. Try to get as much of the coffee in as you can. But you can make it as dark as you want it, guys. Make sure you dry it. I think I got plenty in there. We're gonna dry it. And that should be good. Well, what I find, what I've noticed a lot of times, you gotta look on the side, there's boxes that are sitting there unopened. They will open them up for you. Just go in there and look around. And it's always by the craft section. Hi Sandra, it's always by the craft section. I still gotta figure out what I'm gonna do on my craft around the clock tomorrow. Hey Debbie, how are you? So we're just gonna show you what we did. I make a mess more than probably most people, but it's okay, it's life. Just get it all out of my way, otherwise I'm gonna have it everywhere. So, now, what I meant to do was bring a tray down, but I didn't. So, these are the ones we did today. I gotta paint the glue stick. I gotta paint that yet. So you have all these different styles to choose from. You can have any and every one of them, or you can do Highland oil, or you can just do simple stuff. Now, I don't have batteries in all because I don't have batteries. What are you supposed to do? I'm not sure, Tanya, what you're saying. So, like I said, now I'm going to let these dry, and I have to freehand, and I'll take pictures of the ones I did like this. I'll paint white on the drips, but I'm just going to wait a little bit and do that. So, like I said, look how cute that is. Simple and easy. If you don't like it super primitive, this is perfect. Then you can go a little bit grungier with the base being really grungy. You can go really primitive. Sorry guys, I was off screen on that one. You can go patriotic. I gotta do the glue stuff. Thank you, Debbie. And then you can do, of course I got stuff on this one. I'll have to try to wipe it off. And then you can do fancy with tissue paper, or again, just basic. So see how different they look? They all are just a little different. This one, I think, well, that's probably because there's no batteries in there, but they're cute to put in your kitchen or wherever you want. Oh, for the craft around the clock tomorrow, I haven't even posted it. I haven't even figured out what I'm going to do tomorrow. I've got to do that after this. I pretty much slept most of the day. I was so tired. Hey, Mary Jane. I was so tired today. I haven't been that tired in a long time. So now you have two of them that are similar. This one's really still kind of hard to touch. Oop, oop. Another type of grunge. The patriotic, I think, is one of my favorites because you don't have to do anything other than glue it on. Actually, this is leaking on the bottom. I don't want to put it someplace. So, but What's your favorites, guys? I think they're just fun. So like I said, it's just have fun with creating and making, and then, you know, you'll come up with something that you're gonna like for you. This is just to kind of give you an idea of on different ways you can go. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it, you guys. Thank you, Cindy. So like I said, I'll go back and my favorites are these. See how cool that turned out? Just using a little coffee grunge and then wiping it down. It turned out really nice. Oh, thank you, Shireen. I appreciate it. Hey, Teresa. And then your napkins. So if you've got a Halloween napkin, you can do a Halloween one. Thank you, Sheila. If you got a Halloween one, you can do Halloween. When July comes, we do Halloween and Christmas. I'll do more of this. So you can make them really dirty or not. It's kind of up to you. But I think I really like the patriotic. I'm going to do more of these. So I think these will be a lot of fun. So, and again, do your thing. You know, it's everybody does things differently, and some are better than others. Hey, Pam. Some can do things much nicer. I'm a messy crafter. So I can't help that. That's just me. So, but that's all I had for you guys tonight. I will be on tomorrow at 9 o'clock with Crafter on the Clock. I got to post it yet. I've got to still fill out the thing. I'm kind of behind. And then Friday we're on Crafter on the Clock. Fun Friday. We're doing newspapers. Hey, Christy. Yeah, I like the patriotic too. But you can do so many things with this. I'm going to still paint the drips, but I'll do that later. Oh, that's an interesting to do, a primitive clothespin. I don't have any of them though. Hi, LaFonda. So, you know, there's so many things you can do, guys. Just so many things and ideas. And like I said, you'll see this better and this better once I do the drips. But I'm going to sit and do it when I can actually get up and close, because I can't really mess up on these because I only have, I'd have to rip it apart again. So, but you like the patriotic too? I do. I can't wait to put it in my vignettes. I've got a lot of the patriotic. I'm doing more, but I just got to figure out what I'm going to do tomorrow. And I'll let everybody know once I know what I'm doing. So, but guys, I'm going to let you go. I love you all. I will be on tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock. I don't know what I'm doing yet. I got to figure that out. And then we'll go from there, okay? You all have a great evening, and I'll talk to you soon, okay? Love you guys. Good night.